Welcome to a late show. I don't know why I'm yelling. Welcome to a late show. It's just you and me. I'm Stephen Colbert, your host. It's not just you and me. Mark's here, Chris is here, Evie's here again tonight. It's always a lovely night. You're looking lovely over there. Folks, as you always do, that's not news. Folks, as much as it's hard to contemplate, our nation is in the grips of a seemingly endless plague, and he won't leave the White House. It's been 12 days? It's been 12 days since the president lost the election, and he continues to pursue his strong legal argument of, but I don't wanna. I'll catch you up in the latest presidential self-pity party in my sadomasochistic segment.
1, 2, a recount, a coup. 3, 4, a civil war. 5, 6, we are huge dicks.
The road from the White House.
I think huge is generous. The presidential legal team is on a bit of a losing streak. After dismissing their last remaining federal lawsuit in Michigan this morning, they are 1 for 32 in post-election litigation. The president's just fulfilling his campaign promise.
We will have so much
Losing.
if I get elected that you may get bored with
Losing.
But the bad news is not stopping Trump lawyer and phantom of the sex shop, Rudy Giuliani. Earlier today, Giuliani held another press conference to spout his conspiracy theories. Unfortunately, it seems like Four Seasons Total Landscaping was booked. So this event was held at the headquarters of the Republican National Committee. Still, same amount of manure was involved. Even though the Pennsylvania Supreme Court already ruled the GOP observers had appropriate access to the recount, Rudy kept complaining that they couldn't see the counting. And he cited the legal precedent of a Joe Pesci movie from the 90s.
We could do like a, did you all watch My Cousin Vinny? You know the movie? It's one of my favorite law movies because he comes from Brooklyn. And when the nice lady who said she saw, and then he says to her, how many fingers do I got up? And she says, 3. Well, she was too far away to see it was only 2. These people were further away than my cousin Vinny was from the witness. They couldn't see a thing.
Okay. Now I even feel bad for the women up there with him. They got all dressed up just to have a man explain all the details of a movie he likes. So sometimes they call him Gollum, but sometimes they call him Smeagol. He actually refers to himself as we and precious. Anyway, any of you ladies want to help me tuck in my shirt? By the way, my favorite law movie is the one where Borat tricks you into going into a hotel room and, let's say, pound your pants gavel. If it please the court, Your Honor, may I approach the crotch? It seems like the press conference was getting a little hot because partway through his presentation, Rudy sweat so much that his hair dye started running down his face. Either that or he had so much to drink he was sweating Merlot. Jimmy, do we have another angle on that? Remind me, is it a good sign when your lawyer starts melting? Looks like Rudy got a bad batch of Just for Henchmen. That's not just hair dye. It looks like his hair is dying. Rudy dyed his hair, but his head is challenging the results. Evidently, he had his hair styled at Jiffy Lube. Now, obviously, it's easy to make fun of Rudy here, but it's also very satisfying. Here's the thing. Rudy and the rest of the president's attorneys do not specialize in election law, but they insist they're the right peoples for the con job.
This is an elite strike force team that is working on behalf of the president and the campaign to make sure that our Constitution is protected.
Yes, an elite strike force team. SEAL team sucks. A few people in the administration must see the writing on the wall, though, because advisors have started talking to the president about what the end looks like, using the word conclusion rather than concession. They're talking to him like he's a 3-year-old. Mr. President, you didn't lose. Your campaign just went down the big boy potty. Okay? This is good. They're also using phrases like going into retirement instead of going to jail. But they're not putting much effort into it. Here's the president's chief of staff yesterday responding to a reporter's question about supposed voter fraud.
You said that you've seen specific voter fraud examples. What are those exactly?
Yeah, it would be too long to get into and litigating here.
have a ton of specifics, but I left them with my Canadian girlfriend. Let me just text her. Uh-oh, looks like my dog ate Canada.
So, the end may be in sight, which is good, obviously, but also it's kind of sad. Because this is the most fun I've had in years. For 10 days, we've been able to watch the president lose over and over again, lose the election, lose the recount, lose the lawsuits. It's like Hanukkah. We thought there was only enough stupid to last for one day, but miraculously, it just keeps going. Also, I'm pounding down fried potatoes with applesauce. Oh. One person who's not enjoying the attempted coup is head of the General Services Administration and woman who is either 14 or 40. Emily Murphy. Murphy has received a lot of criticism for not releasing funds for the incoming Biden administration to begin the transition, which apparently has been rough on her. According to her friends, she is struggling with the weight of the presidential election being dropped on her shoulders, feeling like she's been put in a no-win situation. She's right. It is a no-win situation because when it comes to a second term, her boss no win. Since the election, Murphy hasn't made any public appearances, and everybody's been waiting for her to make a statement. She finally did last night when she tweeted, "Dekuf Rex Zzz at #Z at Samananan." I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Either that's an accidental tweet or she's trying to call forth some sort of Lovecraftian creature from another dimension. From the depths of Dekuf Rex, I call forth at thee. At man, separator of darkness from light, rend asunder the thin veil of reality and send forth Cthulhu and Kufefe. Hope I didn't do that too powerfully. I don't want to summon a netherworldly demon. One thing the president has not been doing is anything, but he has decided to continue one long-running tradition. He will pardon the annual Thanksgiving turkey at the White House on Tuesday. Given all the COVID outbreaks at the White House, the turkey may want to opt out of the whole ceremony. Thanks, but I'll take my chances with a hatchet. But the president isn't the only disease vector getting ready for Thanksgiving. The pandemic is threatening to turn the holiday into a super spreader event. And I'll catch you up on all the depressing details in my viral segment, Catch a Third Wave. Endless bummer.
The season's greetings. Yeah, wordplay.
Where's my spray?
Good one.
Where's my spray? I don't have my spray bottle. Yesterday, we crossed a horrible threshold in the epidemic because the coronavirus has now killed 250,000 people in the U.S. And at the current rate, the disease is killing at least one American every minute of the day. And unlike in the spring when, don't get me wrong, things were bad, I remember. Right now, things are bad everywhere in America. As of yesterday, 47 states had at least 10% more new daily cases. In fact, only Hawaii has seen at least a 10% decrease in new cases. Well, that makes sense. Obviously, in Hawaiian, aloha means both hello and put your mask on. There are so many new cases that the New York Times had to update how they do COVID maps. This is true. Yesterday they explained the outbreak has become so bad in parts of the country that our old scale no longer showed any variation in severity. Everything was just solid red. So here's how they changed it. As you can see, Minnesota is a deep aubergine, while Nebraska is a soothing burgundy, and my pants are holding steady at code brown. There's so many cases all over the country that today the CDC recommended against all travel for Thanksgiving. But if you're going to do it anyway, the CDC has issued some tips on doing it safely, like encourage guests to avoid shouting. Well, how's that going to work? At Thanksgiving, shouting is a side dish. Uncle Randy, I, on behalf of everyone, would like to encourage you to use your inside voice when you share your feelings that George Soros is pushing a gay agenda with sugar-free gum. Okay? But the CDC's most drastic suggestion is to encourage guests to avoid singing. Well, come on! Are you saying families won't be able to sing all those beloved Thanksgiving carols? Well, luckily, folks, don't you worry. You can still enjoy them all with this season's hottest holiday album.
The pandemic may have canceled your Turkey Day sing-along, but you can still listen to the sweet sounds of the Thanksgiving carols you love in one new album. Now that's what I call Yam Jams. Enjoy all the holly gobbly hits.
Have yourself another spoon of gravy. Let your heart just die.
And who can forget
rocking around the casserole, it's a green bean happy time.
and everybody's favorite
cranberry sauce, 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 cranberry sauce.
We even included
Randy the red-nosed uncle. He's had way too much to drink. We'll never let poor Randy ever hold his baby knees.
And then there's this classic.
Jiggle fat, I have gained some weight.
And for our Jewish friends,
Stuffing, 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 stuffing I will eat. Stuffing, 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 it kinda tastes like feet.
Season's eatings, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
now that's what I call Yam Jams. Order now.
We got a great show for you tonight. LL Cool J is here, and later a performance by Foo Fighters. But when we come back, meanwhile, join us.